my colleagues here, to the final resolve clause, I'd like to add on the mailing list for the NICEAG. It's not on our papers here, so we're going to get it on in all the NICEAG resolutions. Okay. All right. Deanie, where we have all the NICEAG resolutions, the last resolve clause, we say we're going to forward it to the counties, to the governor, to everyone else. We're going to mail a copy to NICEAG also. Okay, first, the Health, Social, Educational, and Environmental Committee by Chairman Oliverio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to present a resolution for public health and safety regarding the Indian Point nuclear plant, and that is a resolution to request that Indian Point upgrade some of their safety features, and they are described within the resolution itself. I'd like to move that forward.
Discussion.
Yeah, I just briefly, because you know, I'm for the resolution, but let me just explain, because I think that within some of the resolution, there are some things here that have been worked on or in the process of being worked on. So I just want to make people be aware of it, because sometimes in the resolution it's all one way or it's not one way, but there are some stuff that, you know, I think the NRC really oversees what goes on. They're trying to do a very good job with trying to make sure that this plant is in line and needs to be done. I can speak from experience being the principal of the Lakeland Copper Beach Middle School, which was in that 10-mile zone and going through a lot of training and you know, trying to evacuate 800 kids, literally putting them on 50 buses and sending them down to purchase a drill is a pretty awe-inspiring operation that has to happen from the kids' point of view. I truly believe that the zone needs to be extended to the 50 miles zone because of what can happen and the fact that, you know, we need to be as encompassing as possible. So, you know, I am for the resolution, but I just want to note that I know that some of the stuff that's in this resolution, the NRC is working with Entergy to make sure that it is up to what needs to be done. Just want to put that on the record.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, I'll support the resolution, but I wanted to point out there are some inaccuracies in it. It's being compared to Fukushima in Japan, and there were 6 reactors there. Indian Point has 2. The fuel rods are being stored correctly. They have a long way to go, but they're doing that. And they also are studying the seismographic area to make sure that they're not on that fault line. And in addition, for years, they have tried to move nuclear material to the Yucca Mountain, which is controlled by the federal government some time ago, and it's been blocked politically. So they are on the right track to make these changes. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Entergy is a good neighbor. They provide an essential service. You know, considering that the plant is over 30 years old and it's near 9 million people, I would like to see like every possible safety precaution taken that makes sense. When I consider the fuel rods, it may not be possible to move them, but if it ever was possible, I'd like to see them somewhere else. And so I'm going to be voting for this. It's just a statement. Like you said, the NRC is really regulating this. It's out of our hands. But I just, you know, being too safe is never safe enough with something like this. I'll be voting yes.
Thank you. Anyone else? Deanie.
This is just you know, just sending this up. It's a NICEAG resolution. It has really no weight behind it. I'm going to be voting no. There's a lot of different things surrounding. I think I'm just going to leave it there.
Again, Mr. Chairman, I put forward this resolution through the support of many community residents. Judy Allen, are you here?
Yeah.
Judy spearheaded this, resident of Putnam Valley, who I live 8 miles from the plant. And since I was a kid, it's been a point of concern for all the residents of Putnam Valley, Phillipstown, and Kent. As far north, I believe if you have a bad wind on a bad day, all the way through Putnam. So to be safe is reasonable and the right precautions to take, and that's all this does. It requests that Entergy focus on these areas and do what they need to do. So I thank you all for your comments.
I'll just finish. I think I'll be voting for Deanie tonight, and the only reason saying is I just wish we could have invited some representatives from Indian Point to the committee meeting. Just, I'd like to hear this, their side. Because I did speak to some engineers at the plant, and they had some different views, and I'd like to always hear the scientific community, but it is, I understand where you're coming from. So, roll call vote, Dan.
Legislator Albano.
Yes.
Legislator Castellano.
Yes.
Legislator DeCarlo.
Yes.
Legislator Gross.
Yes.
Legislator LeBeau.
No.
Legislator Nasarino.
Yes.
Legislator Oliveria.
Yes.
Legislator Scucciamano.
Yes.
Chairman Ackerman.
No.
Motion carries.
Second.